redesigned my life, and in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can begin to redesign yours. For my background, I'm originally from the Bronx. I live a life completely unrecognizable to my background. I'm on the junior board for an art institute. I'm an art collector. I'm a fashion stylist. My life is so fun. Every day I wake up, I know something amazing is gonna happen, and it happens. There's just so much. If you want healthier habits, start by making your bed every single morning, first thing as soon as you get up, for 7 days, and see how your life begins to change. Add small things onto that habit list over time, and in the next 90 days, you will be unrecognizable. If you want to attract more love in your life, remove everyone who makes you feel bad or doubtful from your life. And if you can't remove them, revoke access. Give them a light subscription. If you want to figure out how you can make $1 million by next year, write down everything that you can about yourself, what you look like, what your education background is like, what types of things that you like to do, what people say your skills are, what you believe your skills are. Send that to ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT how you can make $1 million by next year. And then ask ChatGPT for a detailed summary of that plan.
Here's how you can change the course of the rest of your life in 1 month. Stop setting New Year's Eve resolutions. Setting goals once a year is not realistic. Instead, you're gonna set monthly goals. By setting monthly goals, you can think about what your long-term goals are. Then set short, measurable, achievable goals for the month. So if one of your goals is to own real estate, maybe your first month should be learning about the different types of real estate. You get the deal. We're gonna do this on the last day or two of every month. I do it in my computer. You can do it on a notebook too. For your first month, just sit down and write 1 to 3 small goals. Then at the end of your first month, you're going to review your goals. Write down next to them if you met them or if you didn't. If you met them, write by how much. So if my goal was to make $10,000 this month and I made $15,000, I'll write that down. If you didn't meet it, adjust it and move it to next month. Or maybe it didn't work out for you and it's no longer a goal. Forget about it, because we're getting ready for a new month and we can set new goals. Number 2, you are going to establish a morning routine. Make it personalized to you, whatever you enjoy doing, but wake up at least 1 hour before you have to get ready for school or work and spend that first hour of your day on you. I promise you, having an established morning routine and spending time with yourself before you enter the chaos of the rest of the world is so beneficial, and it really sets the tone for the rest of your day. Number 3, manifest regularly. I recommend doing guided meditations. You can find them on YouTube, 5 to 10 minutes. You can even do them in bed before you go to sleep. Regular meditation significantly helps with your patience, your mood, your overall mental health, and your focus. I don't know what number we're on at this point, but morning affirmations, I cannot stress it enough. You really have the ability to speak things into existence, I promise you. It doesn't matter when you do them, just make sure you say them every day. And that is how I went from talking about it to being about it. I hope this helps.
What would be some key steps that somebody could take? And they're like, girl, I feel like my life is
in shambles.
And I don't even know where to start.
When it's in shambles, and especially if it's something where someone is in a financial bind, I know they don't want to hear any advice. They just want some money. And I understand. Changing your diet, going outside, journaling, praying, and also to see what your ideal self, like what do you see for yourself? What do you want to do? And then, like I said, implement those things into your daily routine.
You need to do these 5 things to turn your life around. I thank God that I did, because this is going to be the reason that you get your glow back, walk around with confidence, and go from struggling to striving. Number 1 is focus more on long-term wealth rather than short-term flex. You got to have a mindset of you rather have $10,000 in the bag than just letting people know that you got the bag. You have to get out of that mindset of trying to impress people. This right here is the first shift that you need to make so that you can prioritize winning in your life. Number 2 is stop feeling the need to prove yourself. You don't have to explain yourself to nobody. Stop trying to explain yourself to people who simply just don't understand where you're trying to go. Your moves need to be silent and just let the results talk for themselves, because real confidence does not need any validation at all. Number 3, just be different. Think and move differently than everybody else around you. It's okay to be uncomfortable. It's okay to be the black sheep. It's okay to go against the grain. If people don't get it, if they don't get you, that's their fault. Adjust and move accordingly. Number 4, invest in yourself. Just believe in yourself. Invest in skills. Invest in self-improvement. Focus on things that's going to help you grow. Realize that with growth comes discomfort. So you're not going to be comfortable all the time. But on the other side of that is everything that you've been looking for. And number 5, stop rushing the process. Slow money is better than fast money every time. Being wealthy is better than being rich. But real wealth isn't built overnight. You got to understand that. Learn to appreciate the process and know that you can't skip steps. Because if you want something to last for life, you got to do it right.
These 5 steps are how you are going to redesign your life in 2025. First, you're going to figure out where you are and where you want to be, and that's through doing a life audit. Step 2, you're going to use your life audit to determine what the gap is to figure out your goals for 2025. Once you figure out your goals, you're going to figure out what habits you need to get to those goals. And once you have your habits, you're gonna figure out what routines you need to complete all of the habits each day to get to your goal to bridge the gap between who you are and who you wanna be. Once you have your routine set, the final step is discipline. Discipline becomes easier when you know what routines you need to do with what habits, for what goals, to bridge what gap. And we'll keep using this cycle to redetermine the gap between who we are and who we want to be, what goals we need, and going from there. I just finished my life audit series if you need help with the first, and that's how we're gonna become our best self in 2025.
You are going to transform yourself and build your dream life in just 30 days. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to write down everything you see your future self doing. Everything you see that new version of yourself doing, you're going to write it down or you're going to envision it. Let's say your life is full of stress, you're not as far along as you want to be, and life is really just not working out for you. You are going to write down, I am the most peaceful I've ever been. Life is working out for me. I'm successful. I mind my business. You're going to write every single thing that you think is endearing, that you think your future self will be doing, and that you think will give you the best possible life. Next, once you have these, you are going to build a habit. It does not take long to build a habit. It takes long to lose a habit. And you can build a habit with anything. Like, let's say you stay up late every single night and you want to go to bed earlier. You are going to start going to bed earlier because by the third time you go to bed earlier, you will be going to bed early every single night. And you won't even realize it. Let's say you want to look put together all the time and you know the steps that it takes. You know that you have to have your nails done. You have to dress nice when you go outside. You're going to start doing those things because by the third or fourth time that you do those consistently, it's going to come naturally for you. This kind of ties into the last one, but you are going to set routines and non-negotiables for yourself that you are not going to break. Let's take achieving the perfect skin as an example. I know a lot of times it's genetic, but let's just say in this scenario that you have all the tools to achieve the perfect skin and it's just in a little skincare routine and all you have to do is do that skincare routine. You are going to do it every single day. You are not going to break the routine because you're tired or because you forgot or because no excuses work. You're going to do it every single day because if you don't, this whole thing falls apart. It's basically saying you have the tools in your hand to become or do whatever you want to do. And the only way you can really do that is by not breaking that routine. It's also like every single day is a level, and each day you're building on that level. If you break it, you go back to level 1. So why would you break it? You are going to fantasize about your dream life. You're going to fantasize about what you eat. You're going to fantasize about what you wear in your dream life. You're going to fantasize about how you look, how you interact with other people. You're going to fantasize about everything because it romanticizes it. It makes you want it even more. One of your goals in your dream life is for you to always look amazing. You're going to fantasize about that, and you're going to try to assimilate it right now, like with the tools you have right now. Eventually, you're going to get there, and you're not even going to realize the transition. Next, you're going to stop being mean to yourself. I do not care. You're going to obsess over yourself in the nicest way possible. You're only going to think nice thoughts. You're only going to think the highest of yourself. You're going to think that you're the best person in the world. There's no reason to be mean to yourself because it's like so many other people can be mean to you. Why would you add yourself to that list also? Lastly, you are going to research. You're going to research more things that you want. You're going to research more things that can just be incorporated into your dream life. You're going to research and look at the things and the aesthetics that you love. Maybe use Pinterest, use like an explore page of any type. And you're going to really just like look at things, harvest pictures, kind of try to find anything that makes you feel something, makes you feel excited to look at, makes you feel like, oh, I really want this in my future life. And you're going to add it to the list. You can never have enough things on the list of your dream life because everything is accomplishable. So you can accomplish anything. Just open your eyes and find new things, find new aesthetics that you like, find everything, because that makes you a more well-rounded person, and it also makes for more things to attain in the future. And that's basically it.
So I don't know if anybody else has been feeling like this, but lately I've been feeling like I want to rebrand my life. Like the year's almost over and I just want to start over. There's so many things that I want to do and I want to accomplish, and I don't know what steps I need to actively be taking every day. I use ChatGPT. ChatGPT just makes you feel like, all right, I got you. Like a little life assistant. I got you. So I typed in that I wanted to rebrand my life in the next 3 months before the year's over. And I let it know like exactly who I wanted to become, what I wanted my podcast to be like in the next 3 months, what I wanted my relationships to be like, any other goals or dreams that I had in the next year or so. And like my financial goal, I gave it everything, okay? I was specific. It made a step-by-step guide. Yeah, I'm gonna put like an excerpt of like exactly what it kind of gave me, a step-by-step guide for my personal goals and dreams. But it just made me like feel like, okay, this is exactly what you need to do. Month 1, this is all the stuff you need to accomplish. Month 2, month 3, try it. So many of us have so many ideas and things that we want to accomplish, but it just be like the day-to-day on how to get there that can hold you back because you get overwhelmed. You get overwhelmed with what you actually want to do, and then you have all these dreams, and it's just like, okay, now I don't want to do anything because it just seems like too much and I don't know where to start. Use it. So here I'm just showing you like exactly what I wrote, like basically about my growth that I want for my podcast, the relationship I want to build deeper with God, how to expound on my hobbies for love of jazz, music, museums, etc., how to be a better family member and friend. And like it literally gave me a daily, weekly, monthly breakdown of all the things that I could be doing in each category, as well as how much time weekly my commitment would be to these things. And it just basically lets you know, like, if you do these things, this is how you stay on top of all of the, you know, the goals and aspirations you have, because it is a commitment. And if you're like me and you like to plan excessively, do this, y'all. Do it.
I'm telling you right now, rebranding yourself is so therapeutic. New looks, new habits, new connections. I'm telling you, don't be afraid to rebrand yourself. Let old trauma go, deal with it in the way you need to deal with it. Let old habits go, rebrand yourself, and become the best you possibly can be. That's it.
The best thing I ever did was randomly decide to rebrand myself. Back in June of this year, I literally just woke up one day and I was like, I feel a rebrand. I need a rebrand. So I literally went in my notes app and I wrote down, who do you envision your higher self as, with a question mark? Y'all, when I tell you I went full throttle, I wrote down what my credit score would be. I wrote down what my finances would look like. I wrote down the ways that I would be receiving income. I wrote down my career path. I wrote down all the things that my higher self would be doing. What extracurricular activities would she be in? Does she like Pilates? Does she like yoga? Does she go to the gym 3 times a week? I made sure to include what type of person I wanted to embody. Financial freedom was something I definitely wanted to achieve. Becoming debt-free, being happy, healthy, and flourishing. Being able to afford the lifestyle that I want without worries, without struggle. Being mentally healthy, engaging in activities that promote growth mindset. She reads books. Being intentional about the things that I feed my mind, whether that be through the things that I watch, the people that I'm surrounded by, the things that I engage in on social media. I'm talking about, I wrote down the habits that I would cultivate. And the most important thing that I wrote down was, what are some life changes that you would make right now if you were able to? And I tell y'all, that question right there did it. It is now October, and since June, almost everything that I wrote down under that question, I have accomplished. I have achieved. I honestly don't feel like I've ever been more happy, more healthy, more free. Like, when I made the conscious decision to rebrand myself, and not only rebrand myself, but be intentional about it. I was intentional with my rebrand. I wrote down who I wanted to become, how I wanted to become her, how I would achieve this, the things that I would do, the habits that I would pick up, the things that I would let go of, the things that I would change, and the things that I could work on. And when I tell y'all, I am so excited for 2025 me, because 2024 me, oh my God, like, she did it. Like, she did it, and we're not even done. Like, I'm telling you right now, today, I want you to go in your notepad and write down, who do you envision your higher self as? What would she be doing? How would she be living her life? What's her career path? Is she in school? Did she join any clubs? Do she read books? Is she building her relationship with God? What are the things that she like? What are the type of friend groups she wants to be a part of? When I tell y'all, do this, please do this, and come back. Give yourself 90 days and come back. And you can make little videos along the way to document and look back on yourself. And when I say chef's kiss, this was the best thing that I could have ever done for myself. And yes, there are going to be bumps in the road. Yes, there are going to be things that try to come against what you are trying to do. But I'm going to tell you the main thing that I learned along the journey. Keep pushing. When things are trying to come up against you building a greater version of yourself, you have to do it scared. You got to do it tired. You got to do it when you want to give up. You got to do it when you ain't got nothing left, no strength left in you. You just got to keep doing and keep pushing. And when I say you are going to build the best version of yourself, and it's going to all be worth it.
There is still 6 months left in the year. So that means it is not too late for you to completely upgrade your life and still accomplish your goals for the year. This is how you're going to completely reinvent yourself over the next 6 months so that you can manifest your dream life in a practical way. And I'm saying this all completely from experience because back in November of 2020, I was living at my parents' house. And by June of 2021, I had manifested moving out. My business had also taken off and I had grown a team of 4 people. And we actually hit $1 million in revenue by that June.
Now, if you go to the site in my bio, I have this training, the Reinvent Yourself workshop, and it's going to show you step-by-step how to do this in depth.
So the first thing that I want you to do is revise your goals for the year. I know you probably made a vision board or something at the beginning of the year or at the end of last year. So look at that and make sure it still aligns with like where you want to be, because it may not. Now, once you get clear on your vision, I want you to find 3 people that have accomplished the things that you're trying to accomplish. And I want you to look for similarities in their journey to getting to where they got to. You might realize that all of them lived in New York, or you might realize that all of them did an internship at a certain company to accomplish this goal. Find all of those similarities, and those are now going to be your milestones that you're going to try to accomplish. Now that you've figured out your milestones, I'm sure there's something on that list that you're probably not the best at, or maybe you're unsure if you can actually accomplish that yourself. So you are going to look for help or resources that will help you get to the goal. So for example, with me, when I decided I wanted to make $1 million in my business, I knew that I probably needed to run ads in order to accomplish that in the time frame that I was looking to do it. Now, I personally had never ran ads at that large of a scale. So what I decided to do was outsource that to somebody else. And I ended up getting a business partner that was already good at that. I ended up giving them a portion of the profits in order to get me to my goal quicker. Now that you figured all that out, you're gonna take those milestones and figure out which order you should do them in. And then you're going to focus on one of those each month for the next 6 months in order to get you to your end goal.
Your rebrand is about to be so crazy. Like, imagine rebranding and no one has access to the new brand but the ones who are made to afford it. Now, we're not talking about luxury here, but we're talking about boundaries. Your rebrand will only be afforded by the ones who can respect your boundaries. And you're worthy of having boundaries. Your boundaries are not too much. You're not doing too much. And your boundaries are worthy of being respected, whether you are a man of God or woman of God. But you're about to change. But you probably already are in the phase of changing. And you're noticing there's a lot of people who could afford the old version of you because you had no boundaries. And now the ones that could afford the old version of you can no longer afford this version of you. I'm not talking about luxury or money. We're talking about the respect of the boundaries. Your rebrand is personal.
Got going on, if you don't like who you are right now, listen, you can recreate you anytime you want to. Anytime you think about it, recreate you. Anything about yourself that you don't like, push delete, get it out your life. People, places, and things. Get it out your life and say, you know, I'm going to recreate myself. I'm going to rebrand myself. I'm going to reintroduce myself to the world. I'm going to reintroduce myself to me. I'm going to reintroduce myself to everybody that I want to know, the new me. Think about that. You keep holding on to something. Listen, don't hold on to nothing that you don't like about yourself. As long as you're breathing, you got time to change who you are right now to become better than that. Think about that.